What's up, guys? This is a little bit different than my normal format, which you usually see the white background. And I'm just going over some of the rifles that I own or rifles that I've assembled for other people. This one's going to be a little different, especially since the ATF has finally put out the ATF brace rule. I personally don't own anything with a brace. I don't have anything against anyone who does. I have owned them in the past, but I went a different route with my two carbines because I got absolutely sick and tired of trying to work through the E-form process. And on two or three different occasions, things were getting bumped back for silly reasons. So I have cans. I paid my tax stamps on certain items, but for some reason, trying to do the e-file form to create an SBR seemed to create issues for me. And after the second or third time, I said, screw it. And I decided to go the pinned and welded route. So a pinned and welded upper receiver gives you an overall barrel length of 16 inches once the muzzle device has been pinned and permanently attached to the barrel. I have two examples here. This is my night vision gun. This is a 14.5 Daniel Defense with a Surefire muzzle device on here. I think this is the SF3P. This is a great upper receiver. It's an extremely accurate rifle. Again, it's a 14.5 with a pinned flash hider, brake, whatever we want to call it. It's more of a flash hider. And again, this is my night vision gun. So lights, lasers, riser for my EOTech. So this satisfies my 16-inch requirement with the pinned 14.5 barrel, which is accomplished by pinning and welding this Surefire flash hider on here. My other pinned and welded would be this 13.7 with a B.E. Myers M249 pinned and welded on here. This one was assembled by Rainier Arms. This is my recce setup. It's got the high scalar works new style mount on here with a Trijicon 1:8, and I've got an offset Hollow Sun 507C on here and a cloud defensive light. Again, this helped me because I wanted to go with an 11.5 or maybe a 10, but the 13.7 is fine. I don't run a can on either of these. I have cans for my SPR and 30 cal, but this was the option that I was willing to go with to avoid the headache of getting additional stamps, especially since the e-file system was so bogged down it was throwing errors back on me. I can't suggest what you do on whether or not you take the government up on their offer for a free tax stamp, but this was a good option for me. I think Aaron Cowan with Sage Dynamics had mentioned this in a pinned and welded video that he made as well. Good options for pinned and welded upper receivers. I know Daniel Defense does some. I don't know if Rainier Arms will still do them. Ape Defense will build you an upper receiver and pin and weld brake or flash hider on there. And then obviously the venerable Sons of Liberty Gunworks. Unfortunately, I don't own one of their uppers. I spent my extra cash on a night vision setup. So if you're looking for something that's a little shorter than 16 inches, these are a lot more maneuverable than a 16-inch, adding 2 inches of flash hider or brake. And this 14.5 is as well. So it's a good option, keeps you legal, and the pin and welder route has worked out really well for me. I bought those upper receivers pre-owned, so 1,100 bucks on one and 900 on the other, with a bolt carrier group. They've both shot lights out. One has a Roscoe 13.7 barrel, and then obviously the other one is a complete Daniel Defense upper receiver with the wrist 2 in the front sight base. So this is just an option, just a suggestion. Being that rule has been handed down, we don't know how it's going to play out. So if you're looking for an option instead of running a 16-inch, the Pinion Welded is a decent option, and it is one that I have chosen to go with. If you guys got any questions, comments, post them in the comment section. Send me a message on Instagram. Happy to answer any questions that you have. As always, I appreciate your time, guys. Take it easy.